Star Wars gold, deals that never miss. Only on the IC, feel the force in every bid. Incredible finds beam straight to your screen. Every Tuesday, 5 p.m. Central, come live the dream. From rare Boba Fett to that Falcon you adore, Taco Tuesday's got the goods, and so much more. Looking for that Falcon or a figure still sealed? We're icy for life legends, our fate is revealed. We're collectors united, it's the thrill of the hunt. Each drop's a blast, this is the real stunt. Incredible finds beam straight to your screen. Every Tuesday, 5 p.m. Central, come live the dream. From rare Boba Fett to that Ewok you adore, Taco Tuesday's got the goods, and so much more. Lightspeed deals, we're coming in hot. On the IC, Taco Tuesday's the spot. Miss it, you must not, this is the way. Every Tuesday, come and play. Taco Tuesday. The Taco Tuesday.
Hello and welcome. Happy Taco Tuesday. I hope you're all having a wonderful week. I hope you all had a great weekend, and I hope the rest of your week's even better than that. We're going to get going here in a second. Andrea's going to start tagging everybody that wanted to get tagged. We'll do something basic to start off with. We always do something basic to start off with. So nobody feels left out. How about just a Jawa? Regular old Utini. A naked Jawa. There you go. Got some white stuff on them. Don't know what it is. Dust. Cookie dough. I don't know. Well, there you go. Can't go wrong for a dollar hair. Starting at $1. Letter A. We're going to start off with that little Jawa. And then we're going to give Andrea time to tag everybody. And then we'll get some awesomely exciting items out here for you to bid on in a minute. So when you get into the room, say, hey, let me know I can see you. You can see me. And so on and so forth. And that you can hear me as well, but I think you can, according to my equalizer. There we go. Brent Lancaster, I need maracas every Tuesday. Yes, you do. Get the maracas out. What's good, man? I need a set of maracas. And there's Andrea starting to tag. Perfect. Everything is coming together. Everything is happening according to the plan. So anyway, feel free to ask me about anything. Also, make sure you sign up for the IC for Life auction. I'm going to talk about that really quick. Make sure you go and sign up for the IC for Life auction. It is for a great cause. It's an in memoriam auction for an IC member, Robert Kilpatrick, that passed away a couple years ago. So I'm going to show you here how to sign up. So how to sign up for the IC for Life auction is you're going to want to go to IC for Life Charity, icforlifecharity.org, and then right there, easy peasy, you just click on the pick or click on the pop-up, either way, and then you'll come here to the current auction. In order to bid on the auction, you're going to need an account. So you're going to come up here to the top, right where it says register. You're going to register. You're going to put in your username, info, blah, 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 where you heard about it, stuff like that. Click save. And then that'll come to me, and then I'll approve it. And then you can go into here, and you can bid on stuff in the auction. So here you go. The auction has tons of cool stuff, like a Lily Letty removable rocket Boba Fett. It's only at $6,500 so far. Only one bid on there, but it's still bidded. But that's a heck of a piece. It's a CAS 85 on top of it, so it's really, really nice. A lot of these have opening bids already, but you can still get in there. Plenty of time to bid. Some things don't. Some of the modern doesn't. But most stuff does have opening bids already if you want to hop in there. I'd love for you to bid on it. This is still at only $40. That thing's like a $250 book, but it'll get there eventually. Some carded figures, lots of high-end carded figures, some nice loose complete sets, some Ninja Turtles, Some G.I. Joe even. Some nice G.I. Joe like bats. Beep. Stuff like that. Some prototypes. Pre-production prototypes here. Some really nice carded figures. Some high-graded stuff, some beautiful stuff, some rare items, some nice loose sets like this, with a perfect Imperial shuttle and 6 Royal Guards with an Emperor. But you just register to bid, and the wonderful thing about it, here's the way it works, let me tell you. The wonderful thing about it is all the money that's made off it goes to the family, and then whatever the buyer's premium is or the fees or anything like that, that goes directly to IC for Life Charity, which is our federally licensed nonprofit. And that way it does good. All the fees do good. Not a single fee goes to an eBay or a PayPal or an anything like that. And it's really, really cool. So you should definitely sign up for it. Definitely take part. Besides getting great deals on awesome items, you're also going to be able to help out a fellow collector's family that passed away. And you're going to be able to help out IC for Life Charity, which brings you lots of fun stuff. Even some things at the convention, like it paid for all the Darth Vader cases for the art contest. All the free Darth Vader cases that got sent out. So there you go. So you definitely want to get in on that and become part of IC for Life, because it's awesome. So go do that. But besides that, we're going to wait till Andrea's done tagging here, and then we're going to get going. My comments didn't reload there. What up, Sam Cobras? How you doing, buddy? From YouTube there. Yes, we are streaming on YouTube and Twitch, so you could pick your preferred platform. Say that 3 times fast. Pick your preferred platform. And there you go. Hubert Holst, hi. I hope you and Andrea had a blast in Mexico. Didn't go yet. We are going mañana to Mexico. So next week there will be a Lily Letty exclusive Taco Tuesday. So there'll be tons of Lily Letty. I'm going down there to see some friends, and whenever I get with my friends in Mexico, we buy, sell, and trade Star Wars, because that's what we do. So lots of cool items. I'm sure we'll be here next week. All rare variants from Mexico way. Aaron Moffat starts off at $5 on that Jawa. There's Michael Lester. Hello. Dion Noakes. What up, dude? Hungry for tacos? That's gotta be, man. It's Taco Tuesday. Can't be hungry for a burger, man. That would be insanity. What up, Belky Bar Taco Moose? How you doing, dude? Actually, we are watching Perfect Strangers currently, Andrea and I, as our half-hour show. We usually have a half-an-hour show and a 1-hour show, so we can fit it in whatever time we got. And Perfect Strangers is the current half-hour show. It was really funny. The most recent one, they got stuck in an avalanche. And they did a gag where, like, cousin Larry Appleton, he gets blasted by the avalanche, and he's against the door, and they open the door, and he's stuck in the snow against the door. Very hilarious. 2 great actors there that have a lot of fun together, which is cool. What up, Aaron? How you doing? Aaron Challenger there. Aaron Moffat, too. We got the Aarons. Happy Taco Tuesday. Andrea's tagging everybody. Theola Husky, what up, dude? How you doing? Is the chat updating? Yes, the chat is now updating. I see your is the chat updating. Should be working properly now. And you should see it there on the right side of your screen. And there's DJ from Twitch. So see, people are watching all over the place. Very cool. All right, let's get you out some good stuff. Andrea's done tagging. Let me grab a bunch of loose figures here. Pull out my loose figure sorting bins. Ugh. Gee willikers. That was a mighty heavy bin. Hey, what's up, buddy? Just a little bit of a beat-up R2. Actually, he's pretty nice except for the sticker. Otherwise, he got good parts. Still clicks. Still clicks. There you go. Nice dome on him. That'll be letter B, R2-D2. Letter C, let's do a Hoth Rebel Commander. Wow, he looks to be in perfect shape. Let me pull him out and let's get a closer look. Usually his scarf has all scratches on it and stuff, and this one doesn't. It's nice. You might know him as Cliff Clavin. What up, Dustin? How you doing? Welcome, welcome. It's complete. Letter C is Hoth Rebel Commander. And letter D, let's do a Bosk. Bosk. Bosk, letter D is Bosk. He is complete. Pretty nice shape on him. BRB, TTYL. He's complete. He's got his blaster there. Letter D is Bosk. Next up, letter E. I got something weird for letter E. How about this? I found it in a collection I bought. It's like a mask of Han Solo. You can pop it up on your wall. There's Han Solo on Taco Tuesday. So Han Solo, or rather Harrison Ford on Twitter put up a post and he wrote, I lost my keys again. Indiana Jones would never lose his keys. And I go, shenanigans. Indiana Jones, forgot to load his revolver all the time. He lost stuff all the time and forgot stuff all the time. I was like, Indiana Jones would definitely leave his keys. And then Harrison Ford called me up and we became best friends. So that worked out. Just kidding. Anyway, there you go. Weird Han and Carbonite face mask there. Looks cool. Looks legit. Could definitely pop it on a wall and it would look sick. Next up, let's do a Hoth Rebel Soldier for letter F. Letter F is in Frank. Hoth Rebel Soldier. He's in nice condition there. Good evening, Dan Miller. It's going to be letter F, Hoth Rebel Soldier there. Letter G is going to be a low gray. A lot of parts in a low gray. He's got a hat. He's got a satchel. Got to put on the satchel before the hat, or else that'll never work. Satchel, hat, and stick. Behold, Ewok Medicine Man. He's going to be letter G. Eventually, it's spinning. I got to wait for it to turn around so I can get it. Good evening, Dan Miller. Darn it. Letter H, how about a hairy Chewbacca? What up, Chris Laukeman? How you doing? The mighty Chewbacca. Grrr. Good looking Chewie. It's going to be letter H. And then letter I, let's do an FX7. Medical droid. I don't know if it's a small claw or a big claw. I think it's the big claw. But look, he's got really cool, well done paint. It's vibrant, to say the least. But there you go, FX7. He's one of the ones with the digital code down there. Beep. All right, and that's your first set of stuff. Here, let me show you. There you go. Let me fix the camera. There you go. Alright, let me move these. Get you out some stuff for the next ones. Let's see what we got back here. How about a dewback with a stormtrooper? It's a nice dewback with a stormtrooper. It does have a broken rein, but not where you'd expect, so that's weird. Usually they break right here. But there you go. Comes with a free stormtrooper. Dewback. Looking good, though. That'll be letter M. M will be a dewback. Then we're going to have a letter P as in Paul. Let's just do this land speeder right here. Actually, I'm sure I have a better land speeder that has a busted gear shifter. There we go. Land speeder. Gear shifter works. Got a good sticker in there. Good glass. This one is a Cincinnati made one, or well, it's got the Cincinnati COO. And there you go. That'll be letter P as in Paul. Land speeder. So here's that next rack. Whoa. Alrighty. Beautiful. AFA 85. That's right, I said 85. ATST driver. We're going to start him off at $150. Usually I start the AFCs off at $100 because it costs $100 to grade them. But this one's an 85, so I'm not doing that. Starting off at $150. Return of the Jedi. It is a 77 back ATST driver. He's got his gun still taped there. And it is an AFA 85, card 85, bubble 85, figure 85, straight 85s all the way across the board. That's going to be letter S as in Sam. Letter S as in Sam. Now here's a good one. Here's a great one, actually. It's tough to find with this offer. But this is also a great example. This is an AFA 85 plus, so that means a gold label. This is AFA 85 plus gold label. We're going to start this one off at 150 as well. Even though it's an AFA 85 gold label C3PO, this is worth a heck of a lot more than that, so hopefully you guys don't let me down. It's unpunched, beautiful. It is the Return of the Jedi Emperor offer, which is hard to get. You see it right there on the front as well. And it is an AFA 85 plus that is card 85, figure 85, bubble 85. Very, very nice piece starting off at 150 only, which is crazy. But I trust you, so there you go. You guys got this. And then since I am going to Mexico, I'm going to put up a vintage Mexican bootleg. These you can only get down there. They're hard to get. They're really hard to get because they're all the way back from the 80s. And usually they're beat up because they were made in very limited amounts for some of the poorest kids in the world that love Star Wars. If there was no Star Wars in the town and your dad worked at a plastic factory, you say, Dad, I want a Star Wars figure. And he went and made you some. And he made some for your friends as well, or to sell in the bodegas down there. And that's where we get vintage Mexican bootlegs. These are extremely valuable. I think this one's worth about $600, and especially since it's an 80, which is an extremely high grade for a bootleg. Bootlegs are usually 50s, 60s, because they're just that way. And this one, I'll be starting it off at $400. $400, which is a steal of a deal if you know what these are. This is a neon orange Luke Bespin. And it is a CAS 80 vintage Mexican bootleg. And that's going to be letter U, and that's because we're going down there Mexico way, so we may as well have a rare only in Mexico item out there. Spinning around. Let's see what we got here. There's everything. Do you guys want something big? A big item? Or do you want a card back? Do you want like Droid Factory, or you want card backs on the big wheel? You let me know. Whoever writes Droid Factory or card backs first, that's what I'll put up there. How's that? I twiddle my thumbs until you answer me. Michael Lesser says card backs. That's because he's the guy that ships your stuff. Better watch out, I'm going to sell a box of Death Star. But he did write it first. Maybe it's because he has the Wi-Fi in the same place. So we'll do some card backs here. We'll put up that Droid Factory later, Sam. He's not going to get out of shipping it, don't worry. Heard that, Mikey? You get a Droid Factory anyway. Better than a shuttle, valid. I got an Imperial shuttle laying around. When I get that thing sold. Hopefully it's boxed for you. Alright, there we go. Rebel Soldier, Hoth Rebel Soldier, Empire Strikes Back card. This is a 32 back Rebel Soldier, so it's a nice card back there. 32 back Rebel Soldier comes in one of those hard plastic cases I got in that collection that time. This will be letter W. All the card backs start off at $5 because they're worth at least that. Letter X, another one in a hard case. Letter X is going to be a Luke Jedi 65 back. Nice Toys R Us sticker there. It is unpunched as well, which is always good. So there you go, Luke Jedi 65 back. That'll be letter X. What up, Jason Betancourt? How you doing, buddy? All right, we got a Return of the Jedi. This one only has a penny sleeve. It does not have the hard case, but it is Han Solo, which makes it cool. So there you go. That is a, what is that? 77 back Han Solo. And he is letter Y. Nice KB sticker on him. There you go, Han Solo, letter Y. Letter Z, we got a Klaatu in a plastic back. Somebody bought it for $7. You can buy it for $5. There you go. But that's going to be letter Z. So there's the spinning cards. All right, and here's everything spinning right now. If you want to see anything again, you let me know, and I'm happy to show you. If you got any questions, let me know. If you got any questions for me about the IC, about ICCC, about IC for Life or IC Roadshow, just let me know. Happy to answer them. Happy to answer any of your questions or talk to you or show you anything you want. Feel free, let me know. You got no bids on Bosk, no bids on the Hoth Rebel Commander. Complete that. Hoth Rebel Commander's in perfect shape. You got $5 on E from Casey Blevins. Han Solo's face. Hubert Holst getting in on X at $5. E is not a mask, it's like a face mold. I guess you could put a couple things in it and make a mask. But it's just like a, you know, you put it against a wall or something and it looks like, or you wear it on a chain. That'd be a sick chain. Bling. But yeah, you pop it on a wall, you know. Crazy glue or something. It doesn't really have a wall hook or anything. Seems to have a little chip there, but you can't. It doesn't do anything to it. I don't know. It's pretty freaking cool, though. Like, if you got a place to put it on a wall or on a case or something, it's cool. Or even just lean it in the back of a case. Like, here, look at it here. Like, if you have that back of, like, a Han Solo collection or something, it would look sick. For sure. Alright, here's everything spinning. Let me know if you got any questions. Feel free to ask. We got some action on letter T. That is a beautiful piece, and it is way too cheap yet. What up? What's up, Frankie? How you doing, buddy? You never know what's going to be on letter E, I'll tell you that much. You might have thought it was weird when it was like a 3PO watch, but now it's literally Han Solo's face. I went to take his face off. That was a good movie, Face Off. Ooh, and letter EI is special here. I forgot to even show you, but letter EI is that poster right there. And that poster is from the very first time I went to Mexico hunting for vintage Star Wars toys. I think it was like 7 years ago now. But here, I'll show you. It was from a Comic-Con down there called Expo Collectionistas. And it's the Hasbro poster. And it was the 4th, 5th, and 6th of December. Many, many moons ago. But that's starting at $1, and that's letter EI if you're keen. Hop in on EI for $1. Yes, a reminder, bids over $100 must be in $5 increments and $200 must be in $10 increments, minimum. $5 or $10 minimum. I did not go to Mexico yet. We are leaving tomorrow, mañana, for Mexico. Viva la Mexico! But yeah, I'm going to go down there, hunt some Lily Letty for you, and then next Taco Tuesday we will have a little Lily Letty extravaganza. I'm going to try to get you a shuttle there, Mike. Maybe a Lily Letty Imperial shuttle there. And a Imperial troop transport, right? Rebel transport. Nice inbox Rebel transport. And a B-Wing. You got it. But yeah, I got extra free bags, man. So I'm bringing down 3 empty bags, buddy. You got, it could be anything in there. You watch out. M does have the reins, but the reins are broken halfway up the rein for some reason. It's not broken down the very bottom of it. But halfway up. Yeah, guys, remember, bids over $100 must be a minimum of $5 increments over, and bids of $200 must be a minimum of $10 increments over. Brian Jones takes over T at 220. 220. Michael Turok takes over H at $11. Big shout out to Chad for finding us this knockoff Star Wars music that we're allowed to listen to on a live stream. It's pretty freaking awesome. Bring me back an R2 made up of cut up tire bits. I got one of those already, man. You don't want it graded? I think I have a loose one somewhere I could sell you for cheaper than the graded. Unless you want to buy the graded one, I'll put it up for sale. You tell me, Casey. But I definitely have that. Right here somewhere. Actually, I don't see it. But it's here somewhere. I did not sell it. I definitely have one, Casey. I have no idea where it is. Yeah, Casey, I don't know where it's at, man. It's got to be around here somewhere. On my desk. Nope, I don't know. We got only $22 on that dewback. That is crazy cheap. I know the rain has a break in it, but it's not bad. And the dewback is nice, and the Stormtrooper is free. So $22 is a steal. I don't know where the heck that went. The poster is Expo Coleccionistas. It's letter EI. Here, I'll show it to you. And that took place at the Centro Banamex in Mexico City. It's like their huge convention center. Brian Campbell takes over at 240. That is a, remember, that's an 85 plus gold label, C3PO, removable limbs. Very nice card. Tough card to get with that Emperor offer, too. Be aware. I have no idea what I did with my R2. Oh well. That vintage Mexican bootleg Luke is freaking awesome. If anybody's into that, I could talk about it more if you want to learn more about it. But that's a nice one. I haven't bought any vintage Star Wars this year. I don't know what's wrong with me. Well, it's not that far into the year, but yeah, man. You're slacking. Loose probe droid I don't have because I only sell those with the playsets. I could sell the playset if you want. I don't know what a loose Minoc is. I know what Minocs are, but I don't recall a vintage toy of a Minoc. But fill me in and I'll see. I'm going to add this to the Klaatu card back since nobody wants a Klaatu card back. This still has a lot of the bubble left on it. Very nice card back. There you go. So that'll be added to letter Z, this Klaatu. Because nobody seems to want to bid on the Klaatu, so now it's 2 card backs. Klaatu and Weequay for letter Z. There we go, we already got a bid, so it worked. Dewback's good. Check him out. Like, the limbs move, but they're tight. I mean, he's not falling anywhere once you put the limbs there. Here, check it. Ready? So the limbs are good. The only problem with the Dewback really is right here. It's like the rain is just snipped right there. But it's not at the pressure points where they always break. So, I don't know. But really, nothing wrong with the Dewback legs. I mean, they could do that. And it stands, which no Dewback with loose legs that you're talking about would do that. So, it's got good legs on him. There we go. Now we got some bids on Z. Cool. Letter T is absolutely beautiful and unpunched. Remember that when you're bidding. It's very, very nice. And it's an 85 plus, so it's a gold label. All right, let me run through the prices for you. We're going to start here with letter A, or there we go. We got Aaron Moffat in the lead on that Naked Jawa at $5. He's also in the lead on R2-D2 at $10. Daniel Neal's in the lead on the Hoth Rebel Commander Complete at $10. That is a beautiful Hoth Rebel Commander Complete at $10 there. We've got Boss Complete, Bobby Lugo in the lead at $10. We've got Casey Blevins in the lead on the Han Solo Carbonite Face Mask at $45. We got Michael Turek in the lead on the Hoth Rebel Soldier, complete at $11. Brett Lancaster leading on Low Grade, complete at $5. That's like less than $1 apart. We got Forrest in the lead on Chewbacca, complete. We've got Lancaster in the lead on FX7, complete. Vanessa Jackson in the lead on the Dewback with the Stormtrooper with the Broken Reins, $35. We got $10 on the Land Speeder. Mr. Heinz is in the lead. We got $150 on Sam Cobra for the AST driver, AFA 85, 77 back. That's a steal of a deal. We got Brian Campbell in the lead as of right now on that AFA 85 plus C3PO. We've got a starting bid on that CAS 80 Luke Bespin vintage Mexican bootleg in orange. We have $7 on the Hoth Rebel Soldier 32 back. We've got $6 on the Luke Jedi 65 back. We've got $5 on the Han Solo 77 back. And we have the $9 on the Klaatu and the Weequay card backs. And we have 0 bids on the Only in Mexico Collectionistas poster. Expo Collectionistas poster. $0 bid. And there's everything. Let me know if you got any questions, and I'm happy to show you. Do I have an extra Dianoga? You know what, dude? I can check. What I gotta do is I gotta look in this boxed Death Star over here and see if there's a Dianoga. If there is, I have an extra one on my desk. If there isn't, I do not. Ugh. Oh, you guys probably want to see the toys. There you go. The Mexican Luke is letter U, Jason. It's very nice. It's a good deal. Mike, you got an extra Dianoga laying around? No. Well, this Death Star. Oh, yeah, it does have a Dianoga. There it is. So, yes, I do have a loose Dianoga I can sell. That worked out. Let me just put this Death Star back. Unless anybody wants a Death Star box, let me know. I'll put it together. Make sure we got everything. But let me know soon, because if it is missing anything, I can tell Mike to find me Death Star parts for sure. That we do have. But yep, I got a Dianoga right here on my desk, and it even has a Dianoga holder. Cool, right? Burp. Any mini rigs tonight? I don't know, buddy. I don't know if I see any back there. I will look. Oh, I've got a laser cannon. That's a mini rig. No, don't really have very many mini rigs. I'll bring you back some Lily Letty mini rigs next week. What do you say? Those are always cool. Dianoga. Casanova Dianoga. Here's that Luke Bespin for you. It's letter U. Somebody was asking. Vader, and if he is missing a lightsaber, that's okay. Okay. I'm sure I have a nice Vader that's missing a lightsaber for sure. What parts do you have for a Death Star? I don't sell parts, man, but probably all of them. Mikey, you got a lot of Death Star parts in there? Oh, yeah. See? Millennium Falcon parts out the wazoo. But we don't really sell parts just because it's a hassle. But one day when I kick the bucket, somebody will get real lucky with buckets of parts. Or maybe we'll get around to it one day. I don't know. Have an all parts sale. Does that work? Parts and blasters. But look at all these parts to a Star Destroyer right here in this cup. I think that's the Star Destroyer that's boxed right behind me, actually, to be fair. We're only going to be in Mexico till Sunday. We'll be back Sunday. We're just going down for like 4 or 5 days. My brother lives down there, and I got a bunch of friends down there, so we're going to go eat some delicious stuff. And that's about it. Dianoga stand is great. Not sure how you display it without the stand. Sure enough. Here, pro tip. Even though this Dianoga stand is awesome, and I do believe it's sold by Ian Sanderson. Pro tip. If you remember those little white things that go on like Domino's Pizza, that little thing, if you invert it, you can fit a Dianoga so it holds it like that. And it's free. Mexican bootleg figures you're going to grab will just be loose figures. Usually, man, I have one in my collection personally, a Mexican bootleg figure that's carded. But there were very few that were carded. Most of them came in bags. I don't know if I have a... I know I have a... Oh, it's up on the IC for Life auction. I have a squid face that's a sealed baggy, original Mexican bootleg squid face. And essentially it's just a staple in a bag. Like a sandwich bag with a staple in it. But no, the only carded one I have... for a bootleg was, I don't know, it's on my shelf up in my collection room. It's got a really cool card. Can't think of what the figure is, but I think it's something regular like Klaatu or something like that. But no, vintage Mexican bootlegs carded are like impossible. They won't be graded, but I also probably won't buy a lot of vintage Mexican bootlegs just because they are kind of tough to sell. When I used to be buying them, well, Jason Betancourt, go over to the IC for Life charity, goes to icforlifecharity.org, register for the auction, and there is a sealed baggy squid up there that is really cheap and a really good deal and a really beautiful figure with the accessories and everything. Here, I'll actually show you. Why not? There it is. But yeah, see, it's essentially like this. It's got a rusty staple in it. But look, it's got his belt and his blaster and his cape. And this is how they used to come in the bodegas. And that picture is sideways and it shouldn't be, but whatever, you still get the idea. But this is how they used to come in the bodegas. And this is a squid head, bootleg squid head. And that's only at $450, and I know for a fact that's worth $750 because I have sold one for $750 in the past 6 months. So there you go. So it's super cheap, and there you go. It's right there, right now, up for auction. And it goes to a good cause. So that's always good. Darren Alscovare. Leading on T. Yeah, Betancourt, it's a nice one. Very few and far between do you get them in the still sealed baggies. I've had a Yoda like that. I've had a Boba Fett like that. I still have the Boba. But very seldom. Any theme to letter E this evening? No. I just kind of reached in. Why? What do you want? You tell me and I'll put it up. Can you show letter U? Yes, sir. I gotta go get it. Hold on. And I'll tell you why. Letter U is super duper nice because it's graded an 80. And for a vintage Mexican bootleg to be graded that high is crazy because they're always damaged or dirty. But there you go. It's an orange unarticulated Bespin Luke. Yeah, Yoda in the baggie. Is it one with the keyring head? There were a bunch of those keyring head Yodas in the baggies that went around a few years ago. But see, vintage Mexican bootlegs usually are like beat up. I got a Vader one here, but his arm fell off. So I could sell that loose. I'd have to crack it out. But then I could put his arm back on it. But usually they're roughed up. Like there's an Admiral Akbar. See, his face is all roughed up. And he's still really nice condition. But it's really, you know, that's CAS 50. There's Darth Vader right there. But his arm fell off. Anybody interested in a loose one? Ah, still in mold. Nice, dude. Cool. Whoever wanted to see letter U, I hope you saw it. If you want to know more, let me know. It's a neon orange, even though the camera kind of shows it as a little bit dull orange. It's bright neon orange. I'll tell you, on this Darth Vader, if anybody's keen, I will crack it out of the box if somebody bids $250, which is a lot less than half price. I'll crack open the acrylic and put his arm back on and then sell him, if you want, starting at $250. Betancourt, $250. Or if you want to buy him in the case, $550. Caesar, I'm coming, man. I told you. Caesar's got a tattoo shop in Mexico City, so if you need a tattoo in Mexico City, go see my buddy Caesar. But yeah, dude, I'm going to buy some of your stuff, and then I'll sell it here on Taco Tuesday, brother. It'll be good. Unless it's like Boba Fett's or something I want to keep. Then I'll just keep it. Jawas. Andrea's got a pretty decent Mexican bootleg Leia collection. All right, folks, bid on the card backs because I'd like to get you out 4 new card backs there if you're keen. Bid on the card backs. Put them up for $250. Crack them out and put them up for $250. All right, I will. As soon as there's an open space, I'll crack them out on live TV. You get to see the opening of a graded case. Live on the air. Shatter it open. There you go. Aaron Grissom's already in the lead on Vader. Here, let me call something real quick, and then we'll put Vader out there. Let's just call letter A that Jawa for Aaron Moffat at $8. We're going to call that Jawa for Aaron Moffat at $8. Going once, going twice, going thrice. Sold to Aaron Moffat for $8. And we'll put out this bootleg Vader. I'll crack him out of the case, and we'll put him up there. And I'll pop his arm back on him, and then he'll be complete once again. Darth Vader will be complete once again. Complete in the dark side of the Force. Alright. Here we go. Darth Vader, everybody. Alright. So let's get him free from his cryogenic prison. Free from prison. Traveling the world. Yes, it's like the Ark of the Covenant. You should close your eyes and face away when I open it. There he is. Now I find the best way to get one of these open is to hold it like this, go to the corner of your desk, and just smash it into it. So you ready? Here. There it be. It's a technical solution, to be fair. Also, always throw away your shards of acrylic because those things hurt when you step on them on the floor. We got a screwdriver here. Oh, I forgot how cool his cape is. It's like paper plastic. It's very cool. Vader is free. Actually, this is a great way to teach you. The real vintage Mexican bootlegs have a nub here, a rounded nub. The fake ones have a squared off nub, for the most part. But then you just pop his arm right back on his rounded nub, and there you go. Darth Vader. But there he is. He's freaking awesome. It's a really epic figure, actually, to be fair. There you go. And his cape is really cool. It's practically see-through. It's a very thin plastic. Get out one of my others. Drive safe, Mikey. Thank you. But yeah, like, look. That's how thin that cape is. So this Vader is a vintage Mexican bootleg Vader from the 80s. And the difference between a bootleg and a repro is it cannot be confused with the original. I mean, obviously, this is a bit different than... I had to find a Vader for Brent anyway. Let me find a Vader. But you obviously won't be confused and think it's an original. So that's why repro tries to be as close to an original as possible, whereas a bootleg is someone's original idea. So that's why bootlegs are good on the IC and okay to buy, sell, and trade and legit collectibles, and repro is not. But there you go. We're going to put him out on letter A there. Vintage Mexican bootleg. He's already at $250 when he was in the graded case. He was worth $450 or $500. So it's still cheap. And a nice Vader with cape. Darn it, I forgot to ask Mike for a bin. Oh, I got a bin right here. No biggie. I guess I'll have to bring you guys home some vintage Mexican bootlegs since you like them when they're not graded. They're very cool figures. And I still have all my Bobas. I like Mexican bootlegs. They're nice. The Dewback has original reins. They do have a break in them. I'll show you here. But the break isn't where you'd expect the break to be. The break is right here. So, but it does have reins. But they are broken. But not where you'd expect them to be broken. Not where everybody else's are broken. Alright, let's call letter E there. I think letter E has run its course, and then we'll get out something cool there. Darren Alscovare going to take down letter E for 53. 53 bucks at Han Solo face mask there. Thingy. Wall art. Going once on Han Solo's face. Going twice on Han Solo's face. Going thrice. Han Solo's face. Letter E. Sold. Alright, let's find something else for letter E. How about... You guys want cards? You want a book? You want a puzzle? How about a sweet Boba Fett puzzle? Unopened, still fully sealed, 1,000 piece. Or no, 500 piece puzzle. Boba Fett. Still fully sealed, so it's got all the pieces. I have no idea how much somebody bought it for me, but I'm sure somebody did because they're like, here, you like Boba Fett? And I'm like, yeah, but I don't do puzzles. So there you go. Boba Fett puzzle starting at $1. Letter E. 500 piece Boba Fett puzzle by Buffalo Puzzles. There you go, letter E. All right, we're going to call these spinning things here so that way we can get you out some new ones. If you want to get in on the card backs at all, do it now or forever hold your peace. We're going to start off with the 32 back Hoth Rebel Soldier for Daniel Neal, letter W, going once, going twice, going thrice. Sold. Next up, let's do the Luke Jedi 65 back. Michael Turek is going to win this one. Oh no, it just got a bid, so we'll hold off. We'll do the Han Solo 77 back. Michael Turek in the lead. Going once, going twice, going thrice. All right, and then we have the Klaatu and the Weequay, the 2-card back lot. Letter Z for $10, Mr. Dustin Forrest. Going once, going twice, going thrice. Oh, we might have a problem with Y and Z. Hold on one second. Sold. We'll check it out, Brent. One second, bud. Yep, Brent did bid on Y, so Michael Turek, you won X, but Z, or X, you won X, but Y you did not win yet. Why is that $7, Michael Turek? If you'd like to get back in on that, you can. Otherwise, you just won this one at $6. But yeah, Michael Turek, if you want to get in on the Han Solo 77 back, you'd have to go $8. Sorry about that. All right, I got 4 more card backs for you here. Well, I got 3 more, and then we'll call that one, and then I'll have a 4th. Started off with a man-to-man. A man-to-man will be letter X. A man-to-man. Power of the Force, a man-to-man, letter X. It's in one of those hard cases. It is a 92 back, obviously. Letter X. Ah, look at that. Caesar trying to get away with no shipping. I could bring it down to you, Caesar, you know. So, there you go. Rumba. Unpunched. Hard plastic case. Starting at $5. This is going to be letter W. And then, how about a really nice one here? Well, we'll call that Han Solo first. Michael Turek. Oh, we still got to fight for Han Solo, so we'll let Han Solo run for a second. Then IG-88 will be next. Or no, Z. IG-88. IG-88 will be letter Z. This is a 32 back IG-88, so debut card for IG right there. Offer list, debut card, hard case. That's a good card. IG-88 is letter Z. All right, we're going to call that Dewback with Stormtrooper. That's going to be the steal of the day. If you want to get in on it, bid now or forever hold your peace. It is super cheap. There it is. Letter M as in Michael. A Dewback right there. Comes with a Stormtrooper. He's only at $35. What letter is the VC box? What is VC box? Jason Aldridge, I don't know what VC box means, buddy. Vintage collection. Oh, you mean behind the card backs? I use that for my card backs. What am I going to use it for if I don't have that? I don't even know what's in there. All right. Anyway, we're going to call the Dewback, steal the deal. Yeah, you got to call Andrea for modern stuff for sale like that. I don't know. She knows how much modern things are worth. We're getting some more bids on letter M, so we're going to hold off. Letter M is a steal of a deal for sure. All right, I'm going to pull down letter U if there's no interest in that CAS80 vintage Luke Bestman there. We'll put up another card, I guess. Pull him down. How about a really nice tri-logo prune face we'll put up there. In replace of this, if you want this, just tell me. I'll pull it back up. But we're going to put out a tri-logo prune face, AFA 75 grade. The subgrades are card 75, bubble 80, figure 85. And I'll tell you why the card has a 75 grade. There is a crease right there. You can see it. See it? So that makes sense. There we go. We're able to describe a AFA grade for once. But that's a tri-logo. We're going to start off at $100 because it's a graded cased one. So there you go. Letter U, prune face. The guy always mistaken for a bad guy, but he's a good guy. Prune face. Nobody likes the poster from Mexico, huh? I see how it is. Not even $5, huh? For letter EI. Uh-oh, Dion Noakes, you're well on your way to buying your first vintage Star Wars of 2026, buddy. Hopefully it doesn't go that cheap, but... U is a 75. It's graded card 75, bubble 80, figure 85. So it has high subgrades, even though it's 75. All right, we're going to call that Han Solo 77 back for Michael Turek there, letter Y. Going once, going twice, going thrice. Han Solo card back, sold. That's always a good thing, Noakes. Always a good thing. All right, there we go. Sold. And we're going to replace letter Y with an Empire Strikes Back FX7, 31 back FX7. 31 back. You know the easiest way to tell a 31 and a 32? You look on the back. If you can't find Yoda, it's a 31. If you can find Yoda, who's usually up here, it's a 32 back. They're always up there, so there you go. Every once in a while, I come across old Star Wars video games. Very seldom. And usually Andrea's shop more often has them than me. Thank you, Manuel. I appreciate it, buddy. Yeah, I did it up probably a few months ago now. And it's great, man. Get to do a lot of cool stuff. Any graded Leias? Vanessa Jackson, I do not currently have a graded Leia, but you are already registered, so go here. I know you signed up for it, so I appreciate that. But going to the IC for Life auction, Leia. There's 2 graded Leias in there, and both of them have 0 bids. AFA 80 and AFA 75, but there's 2 graded Leias right there. So go in there, and those could be yours. They're cheap right now. Of course, Vanessa. Thank you. All right, let's go over here and call FX7 for Aaron Moffat, letter I, because I'm going to put out that trash monster you guys wanted, Dianoga. So letter I we're going to call. It is that FX7 right there. Going once, going twice, going thrice. Sold for $9 hairs to Mr. Aaron Moffat. Who's the lead on A? I'll fix it. 1 second. I don't know either. It's not lined up right. Give me 1 second and I'll fix it. Darren Oscovare, you are, buddy. You're in the lead on A. All right, we're going to take that FX7 out of there, and we are going to put up, in place of it, on letter I, we're going to put up this Dianoga I got here. It's in really, really good shape, and it does have a Dianoga stand with it, but there's nothing wrong with it. All the wingtips are as long as they should be. It's still live, the FX7. I is still live, Andrea says, so we're putting it back out there. Sorry about that. Let me find something else to call. Let's call, how about letter H? Chewbacca Complete. Dustin Forrest at 15 bucks. Going once, going twice, going thrice. Chewbacca Complete, 15 bucks. I got you, dear. I put it back out there. I is still live. FX7 is still live. H is sold, so we'll take Chewbacca down and we'll put up that Dianoga in its place. Dianoga's in good shape, and it's going to go up there in letter H. And you will get the Dianoga stand if it's in there just like this. It's a good stand, too. Like, I mean, it's pretty stable. Go on. I'm going to wait for it to spin around so it doesn't hit the puzzle when it spins. Letter H is the Dianoga with stand there. A is a vintage Mexican bootleg Darth Vader. This is from the 80s. It is a semi-articulated. What that means is that the arms move, the legs are unarticulated, so that's why it's semi-articulated. If the legs and the arms move, it would be called articulated. If the legs and the arms don't move, it would be unarticulated. And he's got his cape there. But he's a vintage Mexican bootleg Darth Vader. Very cool, very rare. Very rare. Especially with the cape and the saber not broke, very rare. Absolutely, Michael. Anytime, buddy. If you have any, I'm looking for Death Squad Commander, Leia, Vader, Kenobi, and Solid Dome R2. I don't know if I do, buddy. I got a Leia with no blaster. That's really nice. I do have a really nice Death Squad Commander, dude. What else are we looking for? Solid Dome R2. Leia. Ah. I do not have a super clean R2. Actually, that one's pretty clean, but not super clean. If you're looking for dead mint, it's not dead mint. As much as I hate the statement dead mint, but it's not. Aaron Grissom takes over on letter A at $3.50, and then Aaron Moffat, letter F at $12. You know, I know it doesn't matter because it's just a card back, but that FX7 card back is the debut card of FX7. That is definitely worth $5. It's worth $15, but it doesn't even have a $5 bid on it. Letter Y here. which is surprising to me because it's an Empire Strikes Back debut card. So, you know, that's an important card back. It doesn't even have a $5 bid yet. Y is a Ramba, so Rambas could go either way. But the FX7 is an ESB. 32 bag, so that's weird. There we go, we got a bid on FX7. Letter A is a vintage Mexican bootleg Darth Vader. Vintage Mexican bootleg Darth Vader. It is a semi-articulated vintage Mexican bootleg Darth Vader. Here he is again. And he's semi-articulated because his arms move. But that's a Mexican bootleg from the 80s. What happened is way back in the day, in a lot of places, in poorer places, so like Mexico, Poland, stuff like that, Hungary, so places with not tons of money, they didn't have production Star Wars figures accessible for kids to buy, let alone the money to buy them. So if a kid's dad worked at a plastics factory, he would tell the dad he wanted Star Wars toys. Dad would figure it out with whatever plastics he's had, and they would make these vintage Mexican bootlegs. And they'd make like 30 of them, or 40 of them, or 50 of them, or 100 of them, or whatever it was. And then they would distribute them to the local grocery stores and bodegas and stuff, and they would sell into the community. The thing is, they would get beat up, and they would get used, and they'd get shredded, and the capes ripped off, just like any other vintage toy, because it was the vintage Star Wars for those kids. But there are comparable examples of every single one that is authentic. So that's how it's easy to tell, like, that they were actually produced, and they're awesome. Bootlegs are a celebration of dads, for sure. It's also a celebration of, I don't know, Star Wars will find a way. Even if it's the poorest place in the middle of nowhere, there's Star Wars there, which is cool. I always say when I go on these trips to different countries and stuff, and people are like, do you speak Spanish? I go, no, I don't need to speak Spanish. No matter where you go, Boba Fett is Boba Fett, which is great about Star Wars. I really love that. Clean Luke Hoth. Let me see. I do have a few of them, Casey, but none with perfect boots. So nothing you want. Oh, a mark here and there. Star Wars finds a way, for sure. The Hoth Rebel Commander is perfect. The Hoth Rebel Soldier is very clean as well. And he has the molded boots, so his boots are perfect. Yeah, both the Hoth Rebel Commander and the Hoth Rebel Soldier are very nice. That are out there currently. Alright, let's call R2-D2 there. Solid Dome R2. Going once, going twice, going thrice. Letter B R2D2. And that's so I could get out there that Death Squad commander that was requested. Sorry, Matthew Michael, it's sold already, man. That's the one I'm calling currently. But it did have some marks on it. It was definitely not perfect in any way. Here it was, buddy. It's got that mark there. But yeah, that one was already sold, brother. Sorry. Bid early, bid often, folks. You don't want to miss out on something you want. Alright, as per request, a very nice Death Squad commander. Or Star Destroyer commander, depending on which card back he comes off of. But I always call him Colander Head, because essentially he has a colander on his head. And it gets scratched up all the time. But this one, look at how nice that is. No scratches. So there you go. I think it was Aaron. There you go, Aaron. There's a perfect one for you, buddy. Very nice. He does have his blaster. And even his watches are nice. His little watches there are nice. But that's a really nice one. He'll be letter B. Colander Head, letter B. Oh, I get you. Letter E is just a Boba Fett puzzle. It's still sealed, never opened. Letter E. I don't do puzzles. And then letter EI is a poster from Expo Collectionistas. It was December 4th, 5th, and 6th. I think that was back in 2011 or something. I went down, first time I went down to Mexico City, I went for Expo Collectionistas. It's a Star Wars convention in Mexico City. I don't think it happens anymore because I haven't been to one in years. But that was the Hasbro poster. Loose R2 sensor scope. Let me see what I got, Tom. Now that, I do have a really nice one. R2 sensor scope. There you go. I'll put them out there next thing I call, bud. Let's call that Hoth Rebel Commander complete. He's in very nice condition. He's letter C. And then we'll put out that R2 for you. We're going to call letter C going once, going twice, going thrice. Letter C is sold. No worries, buddy. Happy to help. If I got it, you can have it. How's that? Well, if I got it for sale, you can have it. Okay. My fingers are not built for R2 sensor scopes. But there you go. He's a nice one. Good label. Good dome. Still clicks. Still clicks. And he will be letter C, R2 sensor scope. What's up, buddy? Is it time already? All right, folks. Chad is here, so I'm going to go on a bathroom break. I will be back. If you need anything, beat up Chad. He hooks you up with good deals. You can call pretty much anything you want, dude. It's all about ready to be called. Like I said, whatever you want.
What's up, guys? Oh, you want to see? Hey, Casey, how are you? S through Z. That's not it. Those guys? Is that what you wanted to see? What's the letter EI? Oh, that's the... Here, I'll show you. It's a poster from Mexico. A convention that Mike went to, I think. Here, try it. Expo Collectionistas. That's EI. Let's go through them. See, letter S is the ATST driver, 77 back. It's an AFA 85, and it's a C85, B85, F85. So 85s across the board for letter S. Letter T is the C3PO. It's an AFA 85 plus gold label, and that one is That's also 85s across the board. C85, B85, F85. And then letter U is that tri-logo prune face. That's a AFA 75. And the subgrades are C75, B80, and F85. If you want to see them up close, let me know. I'll put them on the camera. What's up, Mr. Bordner? How are you? So we got, what, 390 on T, which is that 3PO. Oh, the card backs. Yeah, here. This one. No, I'm just sitting here, so you can tell me whatever you want to see. I'll show it up close. I don't mind. So we got, for the card backs, we got Ramba, which is W, the Power of the Force one. X is the Man-to-Man, Power of the Force. Y is the FX7, 31 back. And Z is the IG88, which is a 32 back. Looks like letter C is getting some action. Let's go over to those ones. Wait, what is that thing on letter E? Is that a puzzle? Oh yeah, it's a Boba Fett puzzle. That's cool. I guess, is that supposed to be on this camera or the other camera? Oh, it's on that camera. So we got a bunch of bids on C. We got some on G. Brent just bid on G, which is that low gray. We got 35 on C from Tom. And we're still getting bids on D as well. There's one on D for 16 from Aaron. So it looks like some of the loose ones are still getting bids. We got 16 on D from Aaron. So A's at 360, which is that Vader, semi-articulated. Oh, looks like it's a bootleg.
Yeah, Mexican bootleg.
That Mexican bootleg Vader is on letter A. It's at 360. That's an interesting guy. Let's see, letter B's at 35. C's at 35, D's at 16. D just got a bid from Aaron. E's at 16, F is at 15. I don't know why I'm reading them out because you guys can see them on the screen. What's the grade on S? Let's go over S. You want me to show it up close? It's that's the AFA 85. There we go. But it's 85s across the board, I believe. Yeah, all subgrades are 85 as well. I'm just really bad at getting it to focus. But if you squint your eyes, you could probably read it.
If you put the white piece of paper under it, it'll catch it.
Oh, check that out.
See, it ain't my first rodeo.
I know, right? I always forget the paper trick. That's letter S. There's T-A-Y grades here. Let's see. Oh, I can almost reach it. Yeah, why near mint plus? There you go. It's actually not that yellow. But I still got the Y. That's what the Y stands for, right? Yellow bubble. There you go. The land speeder again. We have a land speeder. Oh. We do have a land speeder.
They're just making you show them everything.
Yeah.
They know they would get no such niceness from me.
I have turned into Vanna White. Let's see. Which one? The land speeder. Oh, that's... There it is. Any particular part you would like to see?
Glass. Be
Oh, the glass. It needs to go to the car wash. Maybe some Rain-X on the windshield, but it's not cracked. There you go. Oh. Back and the land speeder are fighting. There you go, guys. We got 400 on T from Hubert. That 3PO. All right, guys. Mike's back. Have fun. Enjoy.
All right, that's it. No more showing you nothing. It's me. You guys made Chad show you everything out there. That's it. You're cut off. I'm just kidding. I'll still show you stuff if you want. All right, we're going to call letter E so I can put out something else crazy for letter E. It's that Boba Fett puzzle at 16 bucks. Going once, going twice, going thrice. Sold. My loss is your gain on that one, and to tell you the truth, thank you very much to whomever in my family bought me that puzzle. But I don't do puzzles, so you win it. All right, for letter E, we're going to put up this. It is a special edition die-cast gold C-3PO figure. Still sealed and whatnot. Looks like this one's from 1994, so it's from the dark times. Comes with a little card there. There you go. Starting at a buck, can't go wrong. Little die-cast C-3PO there. All right, let's call that Dewback. He's at 48 bucks. Vanessa Jackson going to take him down. Dewback's going once, going twice, going thrice. Dewback is sold. Okay, and in place of the Dewback, we're going to put another custom X-Wing. I know you guys loved that one last week, the Blue Squadron. This is Green Squadron. It's a customized X-Wing. Very bright white, very great shape. Locks great. Everything looks great. I know you guys are going to ask me if the batteries work, so I'll check. Battery compartment's clean. Like, it's been cleaned and it's very, very nice. But once again, a custom, the difference between a custom and a repro is a custom that cannot be confused with the original. And as we all know, the original X-Wing has all red stickers and stuff like that. These green stickers are obviously custom, so it is obviously a custom X-Wing. It's beautifully clean. It's exceptionally clean. And let's see if we can get the battery to work here. Batteries do not work on this one. But the compartment's crazy clean, so I'm sure you could get it going. Oh, let's see. Yeah, look at how clean. It's really clean X-Wing. Here's a white piece of paper. That's how bright white this X-Wing is. And it's got an original canopy and original laser cannons. It's just customized with the stickers and the cleaning, but it's very, very nice. Super clean, and that's going to replace our dewback for letter M. All right, we're going to call letter U. That prune face there. So I don't think it's had a bid for a while, right? Yeah. That X-Wing and that Land Speeder do not want to get along. No squids with cool color capes. Sorry, buddy. I'll get you a red one next week, though. Burgundy cape, Lily Letty, if you want. Be expensive, but I'll get you one. All right, we're going to call letter U, I said. Let's call letter U. The tri-logo prune face at 150. Mr. Couch going to win it. Going once, going twice, going thrice. Oh, letter U just got a new bid, so that one is not sold. Still live. Let's call letter S. AFA 85 ATST driver for Brian Campbell at 185. That's a good deal on that 85 grade. Going once, going twice, going thrice. Sold. Yeah, absolutely. I'll show you the prune. In 1 minute. Let me call this one. There you go. Letter S is sold. We'll get you out something new for letter S. You want to see the prune? Here's the prune up close. Very, very nice. Beautiful card. Beautiful bubble. The only reason why it's a 75 is this little crease right here. That's it. Otherwise, it's perfect. Absolutely beautiful card. That's why it has such high subgrades. The subgrades are bubble 80, figure 85. It's an absolute beauty. Still a steal of a deal as well. So, if you want to get in on that, it's only 160 bucks. It's cheap for what it is, for sure. All right, and we sold that. So next up, we're going to put up this one. Tri-logo, ATST driver, AFA 75. This one has card 75, bubble 80, figure 85. So the same deal as prune face there. Really high subgrades. Trying to figure out what's wrong with the card back. There's nothing obvious like the prune, no creases or anything like that. Maybe because of the tab up here? Because there's a little bit of, like, by the tab. that little tiny bit of litho. But I don't know, that's kind of picking on it. Otherwise, I don't see anything wrong with it. But it has a 75 on the card grade. If you can see anything, let me know. It looks like it's great. I don't really see what the problem is for them to give it a 75. So I don't know. It's beautiful. Starting at, what do we start these at? 100 bucks? Started at 100 bucks. Just because that's what grading costs. So hopefully you guys will take care of that. Letter S, new letter S there. We've only got $12 on M, and now for the record, M has a canopy that's worth 50 bucks on it. So I don't know why everybody's looking past it, but this X-Wing, that canopy is 50 bucks. Each one of those cannons is 10. So that's 10, 20, 30, 40 plus 50. That's $90 in just authentic vintage Star Wars parts. And you get the perfectly clean custom X-Wing for free. Right now it's at $12. The Blue Squadron one sold for $130. So that's super cheap. Super cheap. Letter M right there. Super cheap. Just that canopy is worth 5 times more than letter M is currently at. Let's go over here to the card backs. If you want to bid on any of these card backs, do it now or forever hold your peace, because I'm going to call them. We just got a new bid on X, so X is still alive. Let's start off with Y. Y is the FX731 back. FX7 going once, going twice, going thrice. Sold. All right, and then we're going to go with the Ramba card back at 10 bucks, letter W. Going once, going twice, going thrice. Sold. Man has a new bid. We're going to call IG88. Can't believe it. 32 back IG88 going for 7 bucks. That's a steal. Going once, going twice, going thrice. IG sold. All right, let me get you out some new card backs there. All right, 3 new card backs for you there. Letter W, we're going to start it off with an R2-D2 Empire Strikes Back card. It's letter W, that is a 41 back R2-D2. Mike, what's this one? Which one? R2-D2 41 back. There you go. Letter W. Letter Y is going to be a beautiful Luke Stormtrooper card back. Letter Y. Luke Stormtrooper. And letter Z, Mr. Purple People Eater, Imperial Dignitary. Letter Z. Hard case. It's a hard case. There you go. Can't believe letter S is only at 155. That is a beauty tri-logo right there. Especially with the new tariffs. Dear God. That's probably a $5,000 card now. That's right. I think Andrea got you there, buddy. Yeah, she got you on that. On letter Y, Hubert. No worries. She knew what you were talking about. Sorry, I can't post a pic, but sent you a PM. Let's see. That's a Ramba. Tri-logo Ramba. But I can't get back there. I need Andrea's thin body to do so. That's a Tri-logo Ramba, Brian. Last 17 in your programs, #1 in your hearts. I'll put it up another week, buddy. There's no way for me to get back there. Because there is a space like this big enough for Andrea behind that counter. And I can't fit in it. Certainly not with a poster there. I can shimmy if I push the counter forward a little. But here you can see the little space back there. I cannot fit in that to get that. Where is it? Oh no, dude, I might have it here. Hold on, let me look. Yeah, dude, it's right here. I can put that up. I'll put it up next, Brian. I didn't know I pulled it for this auction. So Andrea squeezed in there and got it. So yeah, I could totally put that up, Brian, for sure. When one of these wheels opens. I can't believe this X-Wing is at $30, folks. This right here is $50. Just the canopy. It's $50 all day long on eBay. And that entire X-Wing's only $30 right now. Shoot, I think that canopy is even $50 on the IC, let alone just eBay. You could buy it and strip it and sell the parts for triple the current price. Oh, well, there you go. Aaron Moffat's in the lead. So you'll break even on the canopy. Still too cheap. Somebody else bid on it. Andrea will grab that, Aaron. Oh, Andy Burrows just bid over you, Aaron. What's up, Nick? The X-Wing is a custom X-Wing. It's very nice, very bright white. It's just customized with the stickers. The X-Wing is authentic. The canopy is authentic. The laser cannons are authentic. The only thing that is custom is the stickers. And it's just a green Squadron X-Wing, somebody's custom idea. that I bought in a collection at some point. But it's a complete X-Wing, no matter what way you cut it. And it's only at $60. Yeah, sure enough, the blue one you got. That was a good deal, too. That was a nice X-Wing, though, man. And they are from the same collection, so you would keep the squadron together if you do end up getting it. S is, yes, AFA 75. The subgrades are C75, Bubble 80, Figure 85. So high subgrades on that one, but it is a 75. All right, we're going to call that C3PO. Letter T. If anybody wants to get in on that one, this is your last chance. It is an AFA 85 plus gold label C3PO. It's currently at 400 bones. Mr. Hubert Holst is going to win it. Going once, going twice, going thrice. Sold to Hubert Holst. What's the link to watch on YouTube? Here, I'll get it for you. There's the YouTube link. We got a request for the Tri-Logo Ramba. This one got banged up on the grade. It is an AFA 70, card 70, bubble 80, figure 85. So the bubble and the figure are perfect. The card got banged up for this crease right here. It's a very tiny crease. It's a tinier crease than on the prune face. I don't understand why that would lose so many points, but there you have it. That little crease right there is the reason why the card has a 70. But still, it's absolutely beautiful. It's unpunched. Looks great. Last 17 of your programs, number one in your hearts. Gonna start him out at $100. Bid early, bid often. There you go. Letter T, Ramba. Looks beautiful. All right, let's call some of these loose complete figures here. What do you say? We're going to start with A. We're going to go all the way through to E. Or we're going to go all the way through. We're going to do this entire first camera here. What do you say? So let's start off with letter A here. Letter A is that vintage Mexican bootleg Darth Vader. He's going to Darren Escobar for $360. Steal of a deal. Beautiful semi-articulated vintage Mexican bootleg with cape and saber. Going once, going twice, going thrice. Gold. Cool. Letter B is the Death Squad Commander going to Aaron Shalender for $35. Beautiful colander head right there. Very nice condition. Going once, going twice, going thrice. All right, next up is R2-D2 there. R2-D2 sensor scope, currently at $40 with Mr. Ramirez. Going once, going twice, going thrice. R2-D2 sensor scope. All right, then we got Bosk Complete at $16 going to Mr. Aaron Moffat. Going once, going twice, going thrice. Sold. Bosk is sold. All right, then we're going to call letter E. That's at Action Masters. C3PO figure, crazy letter E, going once, going twice, going thrice. $4 to Matthew Michael. Hoth Rebel Soldier Complete, letter F, going to Casey Blevins for $15. Going once, going twice, going thrice. Yes, folks, just a reminder, bids over $100 must be minimum increments of $5, and over $200 must be minimum increments of $10. Low grade complete going to Mr. Lancaster. Going once, going twice, going thrice. Then the Dianoga Withstand going to Mr. Casey Blevins for 100 bones. Going once, going twice, going thrice. All right, and next up is FX7 going to Mr. Brent Lancaster at $10. Going once, going twice, going thrice. All right, and those are the first 3 racks there done. I'll get out a new letter E here, and then we'll get out a bunch of loose figures. Just bear with me. All right. Excuse me. All right. New letter E is going to be, it comes with a Star Wars Celebration baggie from 2017 in Chicago. Or Orlando, rather. It comes with a Star Wars Celebration bag, and it was a Celebration exclusive for the 40th anniversary of Star Wars. It is a fitted hat, flex fit, large, extra large. Or no, small, medium, I'm lying. But it is a flex fit hat. Original price was, it doesn't say, but I'm sure $10,000 since it was sold at Celebration. So there you go. You get the Celebration bag and the hat. I'm going to put the bag over here, and you'll just get it. But the hat's still new with tags from Celebration. 40th anniversary of Star Wars hat is going to be the new letter E. Starting at, I don't know. Starting at $5, I guess. Or no, starting at $1. It doesn't matter. But it's at least $50 hat because it was bought on site at Celebration. It was a Celebration exclusive hat for 2017. Let me get you some loose figures. Actually, let me pull down these loose figures first. Hello, my friend, hello. Alright, we're going to start it off with the Darth Vader with no saber. I think it was Brent that wanted it. But this is a special request. So a very nice Darth Vader with cape with no saber. Letter A, starting at $1. Special request right there. Letter B, let's do an Emperor, so he's next to Vader. Because that's the way it should be. Stacy, the link for YouTube here. Nice Emperor. Get him to zoom. There we go. Tiniest little nick on his middle finger of that hand, but otherwise very, very nice. No worries, Stacy. Happy to help. We are streaming live on YouTube, Twitch, and the Imperial Commissary. So you can pick your platform. Letter C. Let's put Boba Fett because he's freaking awesome. What do you say? Boba Fett. Boba Fett where? Really nice Boba. Jason Red, the hat on letter E is a Star Wars Celebration 2017 exclusive. It is a fitted flex fit hat, and it says Star Wars 40th on it. It was the 40th anniversary of Star Wars at Celebration in 2017. So it's definitely worth more than it's at. I'll tell you that much. And how about for letter D, Cuckoo Cuckoo? The Walrus. Very nice Walrus. He's got kind of wonky eyes, but they're there and nice. It's just a little bit cross-eyed. Yeah. There you go. Hello, I'm Walrus Man. There you go, complete Walrus. Nice tusks on him, very nice paint. That's letter D. Alright, letter F is going to be a Luke Hoth. He's got some dirt on him. His legs are a bit more spread than they should be, but he is in good condition-ish. Not really. He's just fine. He'd look good riding a Tauntaun. How about that? The Boba is a Hong Kong Boba. Hong Kong Boba. There you go. Luke Hoth is going to be letter, what did I just say? F. Letter G is going to be an IG-88. IG-88. Letter G. He's got the proper blue blasters. He is complete, and he's the matte finish. Matte finish IG. Complete. Letter G. All right, letter H is going to be Nine Numb. Nine Numb. Do you know how Nine Numb got his name? Is because on the call sheet for taping, he was alien character number 9, and they just ended up calling him Nine Numb. He was originally unnamed, and then he became named. But he is complete. Nice condition. No scratches on his toes there. Very nice. That's where Nine Numb always gets scratched, his toes. It's complete there. Letter H. And letter I, an Imperial Officer AT-AT Commander. Not this one because his toe is broken off. This one looks better. AT-AT Commander, you may know him as General Veers. This one does have nose rub, just so you're aware. But he is coming complete. Well, you can see it. There's his blaster. And that's letter I. All right, you're all filled back up there, folks. Feel free to bid. Remember, bid early, bid often. That's the name of the game. There's some brand new stuff for you. There are not more custom X-Wings. I did not get any more. Nope, I don't have any more. That's it. I'm sure there are more in the world, but the ones from this guy's collection, that's it. All right, folks, let me know if you want to see anything, if there's anything I could show you again. Just let me know. Happy to do it. What's up, buddy?
What up?
Okay.
I was just looking for a loose graded figure to show my dad. He's asking about grading, so. Cool, perfect. Trying to teach him.
Nine Numb's blaster just fell out of his hand. I don't know where it is, so I don't know. Nine Numb is still complete. Just count him as complete. I'll have to find his blaster in the morning. Andrea, can you make a note for me to find Nine Numb's blaster tomorrow morning? But it just popped out of his hand there, so Nine Numb is complete. Any more Mexican bootlegs? Sure, man. Let me see what I got. Right now, the ones I got, there's a couple up on the IC for Life auction if you want to get in on that. These are the ones I have currently here. There's the Pepto-Bismol Lando. It's a Lando skiff, and he's in the colors of Pepto-Bismol. There's the Luke I had up there before, and the Admiral Akbar. So if you want me to put up any of those, let me know. I'll drop the prices and whatever. But those are the three extra I currently have at the moment. And I'm more than happy to crack open any case because I don't care and it's fun. But if there's one you're interested in, just ask. And we'll talk about it more and we'll figure out something. What's the hat size? The hat size is small medium. It is a flex fit. It is a small medium flex fit. But those were the Celebration exclusives. That's why I still have it, and it's not because I wear large, extra large. But that's why it's never been used. I bought it as a collectible-ish because it was Celebration, and it was an exclusive for the 40th anniversary.
Yes, sir.
And you could tell them that one's worth $500, but if it didn't have that case around it and it wasn't that high of a grade, it'd be worth about $100.
He's watching, so.
Oh, well, there you go. There you go. This one's worth about $500, Mr. Brown, and if it wasn't in the case, it would be worth about $100. And actually, there is one that is even spinning right now that is still mint on card, right there, and it is currently at $250. So AFA grading really does. If you get the high grades, it really puts the price through the roof. It's insane. Can I see Akbar? Yeah. Admiral Akbar. There he is. He is a semi-articulated, so his arms move, his legs do not. And he is graded a 50, and that's just because of the paint flaking off his head. But also, you can tell this is a bootleg because there is no way that passes any kind of quality control safety thing if you could get that much paint off it. That's unhealthy for whatever kid sucked on that 40 years ago. And that one, Darren, I have $375 on it, but I can come down. I could start it at $100 off that $275. If you want me to crack it open, I'll start it at $225. Because it's fun to crack it open. Put it up and I'll bid. You got it, buddy. You know what? Let me call letter P, because P's been spinning forever. Stacy Popfinger going to win the land speeder. Going once, going twice, going thrice. Sold. You want me to crack it open? Start at $225? You got it, buddy. You guys just like seeing me destroy cases on the TV here. Alright, and we're going to put it where that land speeder is, so let's crack them open. You guys want to watch the crack, don't you? Here. Ready? Uno, dos, tres. There you go. Now we get a trusty screwdriver. It sounds kind of like I lost a couple of my pens there to the back of the desk. He is more awesome out of the case for sure. There you go, 2 1/4. It started off as a 50 grade. You know what, Darren? I'll send you one of these too, buddy, because he doesn't stand up. And whoever bought the Vader, Darren, did you buy the Vader as well? I'll send you one of those with the Vader as well. These are called Kaiser doll stands. If you ever start collecting bootlegs, you can buy them on Amazon. But they hold it without, because bootlegs don't have peg holes. And they're usually not good at standing on their own. So Kaiser doll stands are a necessity if you're going to become a bootleg collector, for sure. That's going to be letter P, Darren. Starting at 2 1/4. I'm going to throw another one of those stands in. They're really cool. It's like a little circle, and you pull it up so you can make it wide. You put it around the figure, and then it holds it. But I'll put one of those in there. Let me find a bigger baggie so it doesn't get lost. Here, we'll put it in this. Where is Vader? Darth Vader. Hey, Andrea, if you could make a note on the internal sheet that it has a stand just in case it falls out, so Mike sends it with the stand. Same thing on the Akbar bid. Include stand. All right, smash, smash. That was fun. What else you guys want me to break? How am I writing up, P? It is a semi-articulated vintage Mexican bootleg Admiral Akbar deer. You could do Akbar semi-articulated vintage Mexican bootleg. Your dad wondering why I cracked it out?
I'm actually wondering.
It's because these people are crazy, man.
Was there a reason why you had to crack it out?
Actually, most vintage bootleg collectors don't like graded bootlegs.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
So I took an extra $50 off for the grade because it's whatever.
Yeah.
I don't care. But,
why is it that they don't like graded?
Because they usually put a ton of them all up next to each other. Even most of mine aren't graded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it takes a rare person to send that in to get graded?
Yeah. I mean, I think I had most of the ones that are graded. You know what I mean?
That exists.
I did it with mine just because the ones I wanted to get rid of.
Yeah.
Because I thought it would be easier if it had a graded label on it that said it was legit. But it wasn't easier.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter.
I got it. Okay, that makes
Yeah,
sense.
bootleg collectors just don't collect graded. In general. Plus, they're so cool, it's more fun to actually touch them and look at them.
I get it.
Yeah. Because they're unique, you know? Chad came down because his dad's trying to look into grading and what it is and stuff like that. And because we just cracked that one open. And he's like, why would you do that? But yeah, most vintage bootleg collectors, you guys don't like graded. And I get it. They're really cool to touch and hold. Especially if you've been collecting Star Wars a long time. There ain't nothing like vintage bootlegs because it's like, I've never seen that before. Which is cool. 9 Numb, remember he is complete. I just dropped the blaster. There is a note, though, that I have to find it tomorrow. So don't worry. I will find it tomorrow. That's true. Bootlegs are no fun if you can't get the toxic paint on your fingers. Nine Numb completes only at $5. That's cheap. The father son theme behind them. Yeah, that's the awesome part about vintage bootlegs. It really is that, like, you know, I don't know if any of you have kids, you know how it is. Even me with my nieces and nephews. It's like, I want this, I want that. And you're like, well, I can't get that. Can I make you one? Casey Blevins, it's a fitted, it's a flex fit. It's just like the hat I'm wearing. Flex fit. And it was the limited Comic-Con exclusive. And the reason why it's a small medium is because by the time I got through the con store with my VIP badge, they were out of large, extra large. So that's why it still has tags and everything. And if you're wondering, a Flex Fit small medium hat fits hat sizes 6 3/4 through 7 1/4. So it goes pretty big. So it fits 6 3/4 to 7 1/4. Well, depending on what size you wear fitted. I mean, I wear a 7 7/8 fitted, so that's why I can't wear that. But if you wear a 7 1/4 or anything smaller than that, you'll fit in it. You want one of my hats? I don't know if there's any. Andrea, are there any of these hats left? There's none with the logo on the back. That's a Mike Havens exclusive because they're very expensive to make. So only I have the logo on the back. But these ones, we always make up these ones. And if we are actually truly and completely out. Yep, no dice, Casey Blevins. Move along. Or put it on your shelf. Those are the choices. Andrea, we got any hats left? Icy hats? We only run them in limited runs. There's only 50 every time I do it. The boba you bought from me a few months ago, if it uses magnets, no, it is not a vintage bootleg. It is a custom. Some of the custom makers use magnets to connect their arms and legs and stuff to the torso, which is really cool. You can make really neat Frankenstein figures out of them. But no, bootlegs are not that. Those are customs. A custom, here, I'll give you the rundown. Custom bootleg repro. Ready? A custom is somebody's original idea that cannot be confused with an original. A bootleg is an original vintage figure that is unlicensed. So it's old and it was made by like a dad in a factory. And then the third kind is repro, and repro is bad, and it is something that tries to be as exactly like the original as possible in order to rip off people. To be honest, that's why I hate repro so much. That's why we're such a no repro group, and I have no repro stickers, and we hate repro here, is because repro, whether they want to pretend or not that it is so kids can play with the original blasters, that's garbage. It's BS. The only reason why people make, buy, sell, or have repro in the collection is because they are fake fakers that are fake, trying to live above their means and pretend in order to trick their friends, family, whomever, into believing they have the real thing. It is just as bad as a fake Rolex you get off the cruise ship on Jamaica or something like that. It's fake. And if you want to be a fakerson that has to be fake and have fake things, then you could be fake. The thing about Star Wars is some of it is expensive. And I always say a collection is just as good if it's 2 figures on a shelf or if it's every single figure carded, graded at 90s. Because it's your collection and it's our own fingerprint and it's a look into who we are. But as soon as you put repro in there, you are trying to deceive somebody. Whether it's deceiving your friends, deceiving other collectors, or deceiving family members, or deceiving whomever. And the biggest reason why, one thing that happened to me that I hate repro. I hate it. I hate repro. I hate Toy Tony. I hate people that sell fakes. I hate fakes because they end up ripping off people. And some people with not enough knowledge end up getting them and they're fake. And I hate it. I got a collection once. Andrea was with me, and my buddy Dave O'Brien found it and actually brought it to me. We were camping at a campsite. It was hilarious. We were camping at a campsite with the RV when we had our old dog that used to be able to go in the car, unlike our new dog that vomits every time he sees a car. And what we did is we got in the RV and we went up to this, I don't know, someplace between here and Chicago. And Dave O'Brien drove it down to the camp yard from Chicago, and we had a big old bonfire. And we were opening up the tubs and taking, it was like hundreds of carded figures, blah, 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 and ripping them off the bubble and keeping the figure and the accessory if it was legit and like burning the card backs and stuff. It was hilarious. Like 80 Power of the Force card backs just burning in a bonfire at some random campground. So what happens is then we did the... so we went all through that, but in order for me to buy the collection, the lady was talking to me, and we made the deal over the phone and everything. And she was like, I have, my husband, he passed away on, and I was like, oh, I'm sorry for your loss. And he had tons of vintage Star Wars. And he told her all the real prices of all the things. So she thought she had $100,000 worth of stuff there, and it ended up being like $3,000 worth of stuff. But I taught her how to spot the difference and stuff like that, so she was well aware. But it was a tragedy, and it was a guy that lied to his wife, and she said, well, he paid $400 for this, and I'm like, if he paid $400 for this, he got robbed. But what was happening, or what at least I think was happening, is he was taking money out of their account, spending it on God knows what horrible thing that he wasn't telling his wife, and telling her, all right, here's the $400 carded figure I bought, but he paid $30 for it and kept the other $370. I hate repro. If repro did not exist, that would have never happened. And I absolutely hate repro. It is bad for the community, it's bad for people, and it's garbage. So there you go. No repro on the IC. What is the year cutoff for bootlegs? It depends. Vintage Mexican bootlegs, for them to be considered vintage Mexican, they have to have come out in the 80s. Most of them are up to about 87. But there are some all the way up to like 88. I haven't really seen any 89s. So that's a vintage Mexican bootleg. In Polish, you have a few different generations. You have first generation Polish bootlegs, which are from the 80s. Second generation Polish bootlegs squeeze into the early 90s. And third generation Polish bootlegs squeeze into the mid 90s, like 95, 96, 97, when the Star Wars movies got re-released and stuff like that. And they even have modern Polish bootlegs, and they have modern Mexican bootlegs, and those are the ones you see on eBay for like $25. But they still make them through today. Repro is getting better. It makes it more difficult. It makes old people like me have to learn more stuff every freaking year to make sure there's no repro and stuff. And that's why everything I ever sell is always covered. If you ever get a repro in there, which you shouldn't, but if you do, I'll always replace it or return it or whatever you want. But repro is bad. No repro. Don't support it. And the people that have made their careers or their conventions buying and selling repro to make all their money are scumbags. And I'm talking about the Brian's Toys of the world. Well, I'm not going to go mention all the different ones, but Brian's Toys, Order 66, all those guys, Blue Snagman, if you ever seen him on eBay, all those guys. Actually, Blue Snagman's funny. Blue Snagman used to be a member of the IC. And I ended up catching him one day and being like, dude, you're Blue Snagman from eBay. And he's like, yeah, man, but I'd never sell repro on the IC. I would never do that. I go, you can't be in the IC, dude. You're responsible for like 30% of the repro on the planet Earth. You're not allowed to be here. Mark Poon and all his bootlegs and fakes, not bootlegs, his fake repro blasters and Vlixes and all that stuff, he's not allowed. But it's funny, yeah, Blue Snagman I definitely kicked out of the IC, and I was like, you dude, get out. It's like, you can't be here, man. You're completely the opposite of what's right. But the reason why is because people get ripped off on repro all the time, man. Like, all the time. Except for the IC. The IC is the only safe place to buy, sell, and trade Star Wars without getting robbed. You could pretend eBay is, but there's a lot of fakes on eBay that they don't disclose, and you don't know. Stan Solo is garbage, man. And the problem with him is he makes some cool customs, and it is sad and unfortunate. And if he just made some cool customs, he'd be great. He could sell them on the IC. But he doesn't. He makes tons of repro. And then explain to me this. If they're not just trying to rob people, why are they making repro better and better? Why does it float now? Why do they take off distinguishing marks that show it's repro? Stuff like that. Like, there's no reason to make a fake blaster float in water except that you want it to mimic the test for a real blaster. There's no other reason in the world. But I don't know. There's lots of things in the world that there's no other reason for except to cheat that people do constantly and governments do constantly. But yeah, no, Stan Solo made too many fakes, man. Fakes. He makes fakes. He's a fake maker. And those fake makers that rob this hobby and steal from this hobby to sell their fake garbage and then go make like a convention or something, it ticks me off to no end, man. And I'm not going to talk about that because I don't care. They can do whatever the heck they want. But it still doesn't change the fact that when people who made all their money in this thing off of repro make a convention. Why do people go to that, man? You're supporting the bad guys. So, I don't know. Come to ICCCon, where we literally walk around and check if people have repro and then tell them to remove it or get out. Funny thing is the only booth ever to be kicked out for repro at ICCCon was kicked out. They were originally told they had to pull it down. They pulled it all down. Then they put it back up, got caught again. They were kicked out. Only vendor table ever to actually physically be kicked out of ICCCon. And they're the ones that started the ReproCon. So, bad people are bad people. Any more card backs tonight? Sure, dude. Let's call these. What do you say? Let's call these card backs. I'll stop complaining about repro people making money off of repro because of repro. Their hearts are repro. Repro hearts. I'm not talking about pacemakers. I'm just talking about repro hearts. All right. We're going letter W. Dustin Forrest in the lead. Going once, twice, 3 times. The ladies. So I'm calling letter W if I didn't mention that. It's the R2-D2 card back. All right, and then letter X, Mr. Forrest. Actually, Dustin Forrest is winning all these, so I'm just going to call them all for him. I can't call the Imperial Dignitary yet because it just got a new bid, but we'll call these other two. Going once, going twice, going thrice. Sold. We'll pull these down. We'll get you up new ones, and then we'll call letter Z in a minute. I can't believe we're actually chipped through that card backs that much. Look at that. That's all that's left. There were tons of card backs I had. Like literally hundreds of card backs. And we have chipped through them slowly but surely. I saw a cool one I wanted to put up. Hold on. Where is it? Yeah, that one's cool. Okay, card backs to go up. Letter Y is going to be this awesome one. It has the £1.59 sticker. It is a tri-logo Han Solo Carbonite card back. Very, very nice condition. Still unpunched. It is a tri-logo card back, and it has that new figure sticker, which is really cool. So that's going to be W. X is going to be a Ramba. He's still got his plastic. So the plastic is cut off him there. So just the bubble is cut off. It's letter X. Letter Y, how about an A-Wing pilot? Last 17 in your programs, number 1 in your hearts. And Dustin is out on Z, so we're going to call Z, and we'll get you out a new one there. Going once, twice, 3 times on Z for Justin Davis. I already put up a Ramba card back. All right, I'll pull the Ramba and I'll put up something else. Thank you, dear. We're pulling the Ramba card back and we're putting up something else. Yeah, that one's freaking awesome too. I'll put up that one. So instead of Ramba, we're going to put up a tri-logo Yoda. It only has the penny sleeve. It doesn't have the hard plastic case. Letter X is going to be a nice tri-logo Yoda there. That's a cool card. Cool card. And Z I just took down was the Imperial Dignitary. And for Z we'll put up... How about a pig? A little piggy. This is a Ugnaught with a revenge offer. a revenge offer, Ugnaught. So that's a 48 back. Admiral Akbar offer. Comes in a hard plastic case. Letter Z. Empire Strikes Back, 41 back. Or what did I say it was? 48 back. My bad. And there you go. All right, we're going to call letter U, that tri-logo prune face for Stacy Popfinger. Letter U is the tri-logo prune face. Did you see that Michael Henbury passed? Yeah, I did see that, man. It's unfortunate. We got a lot of Ewok friends that have come to the convention over the years, so I did see that when it happened there. We're going to call Prune Face, letter U, and we'll get you out something else new there. Actually, we won't get you out something else new because it's 750, so we'll just call it. Going once, going twice, going thrice, Prune Face. Sold. Stacy's going to win that one. All right, and there's everything that's currently spinning. I'll do another run through to tell you everything that's out there. So, starting off with letter A, we have Darth Vader, No Saber, Brent Lancaster in the lead at $8. Matthew Michael in the lead on the Emperor at $8 complete. Bobby Lugo in the lead on Boba Fett complete at $45. Aaron Challenger in the lead on Walrus Man complete at $20. Jason McKee's in the lead on the Star Wars Celebration hat at $33. And then Luke Hoth complete. Matthew Michaels in the lead on that at $8. Darren Oscavari is in the lead on IG88 at $20. Nine Numb complete. Matthew Michaels in the lead at $11. And Aaron Moffat, shoot, can't you guys bid higher on the Nine Numb? I got to dig for that blaster that fell off the table there, man. It's only $11. It's not even worth me digging for the blaster. Aaron Moffat's in the lead on the AT-AT Commander at $10. And Mr. Burrows is in the lead on the custom green X-Wing, letter M. And Darren Oscavari is in the lead on the semi-articulated vintage Mexican bootleg Admiral Akbar with doll stand at $225. Sam Cobra's in the lead on the tri-logo ATST driver, ATST driver at $175. Matthew Michael in the lead on the tri-logo Ramba at $330. And then Jason Davis is in the lead on the Han Solo tri-logo card back. Matthew Michael's in the lead on the Yoda tri-logo card back, only at $5, and that's a hard card to get in real life. A-Wing pilot card back, Mr. Davis is in the lead at $15. And Mr. Hip Hip Hooray is in the lead on the Ugnaught at $7. And Mr. Darren Oscavari is in the lead on the Expo Collectionistas poster from Mexico at $5. So there you go. There's everything that's spinning, folks. If you want to get in your bids, bid right now. I'm going to start calling. Letter EI is a poster. Here you go. It was an exclusive giveaway at Expo Collectionistas for Hasbro. And so I got this when I attended Expo Collectionistas in Mexico, December 4th, 5th, and 6th. I believe it was around 2015-ish. 10 years ago, I think. But I'm just thinking. And that was the exclusive Hasbro giveaway poster. What's up, Arthur Lou? Thanks, buddy. Have a great night. And I'll hopefully see y'all next week with a ton of Lily Letty for you. So, a bunch of rare variants. Alright, kiddos, we're going to go start up top, and I'm going to start calling them all the way down until we're done. First and foremost, we got Mr. Darth Vader there, going once, going twice, going thrice. EI Nick Grooms is only at $5 so far. It's at $5. Darren Oscavari is in the lead. All right, letter B is the Emperor Complete to Massey Michael for $8. Steal of a deal on that Emperor Complete. Going once, going twice, going thrice. All right, Massey Michael's going to take down that really nice Boba Fett. Only at $46 on Boba. That's a cheap Boba right there. Going once, going twice, going thrice. All right, Nick Grooms just bid on the poster for $6. So Darren Oscavari, that's up to you if you want to go up to $7. That's a cheap Boba Fett right there. Walrus Man Complete. That's a good deal too. Aaron Schallender, at least it's going to a Walrus Man army. That's always good. Going once, going twice, going thrice. $20. Can't go wrong with a $20 blaster to get a $20 figure. Yes, the ATST Tri-Logo is graded a 75. It has subgrades of card 75, bubble 80, figure 85. Next up, Star Wars exclusive, Star Wars Celebration exclusive 40th anniversary hat with bag. Going to Jason McKee at $33. Going once, going twice, going thrice. That's a good deal because you know darn well it wasn't $33 at Star Wars Celebration. It was at least $50. Yeah, no worries, man. Tell Luke I saw his picture of all the Walrus Men. It was really cool. Keep at it. Armies are fun. Next up is Luke Hoth. Jason McKee's going to take it down at $9. Can't go wrong with that. Going once, going twice, going thrice. Next up, Darren Oscavare, IG88 Complete at $20. Going once, going twice, going thrice. Thanks, brah. You got it, brah. Next up, the 9-num Complete. Now, Massey Michael, if for any reason I cannot find the 9-num Blaster, I will refund you and still send you the figure for free. How's that sound? Going once, going twice, going thrice, 9-num. Thanks, man. That's the old IC Toys Nashville sign. It's neon. Next up, Aaron Moffat going to take down a complete AT-AT Commander General Veers for $10. Going once, going twice, going thrice. All right, next up is that custom green X-Wing for Mr. Andy Burroughs. Going once, going twice, going thrice. 90 bones. Next up is letter P, that vintage Mexican bootleg Admiral Akbar with stand, semi-articulated. Going once, going twice, going thrice. Please, everybody, remember to check out icforlifecharity.org and bid on some of the auction items there. It's for a good cause. It's for a great cause. All right, next up, we're going to do the last two mocks here. We're going to do the ATST driver, for Sam Cobra at $175. Good deal there. Going once, going twice, going thrice. Thank you very much, Brent. I appreciate it. Bring you back some cool Lily Letty stuff. Next up is Ramba. Men on card Ramba going to Matthew Michael for 330. Going once, going twice, going thrice. You got it, Aaron. So many good deals on IC for Life auction right now. Really good deals. Lots of steals. Just got another bid on the Ramba, so we're going to move past him, and we're going to call the card backs. If you want to get in on those card backs, right now is the last chance you got. I'm going to start off with the Han Solo Tri-Logo card back for Dustin Forrest. That's a steal of a deal. $18. Going once, going twice, going thrice. Hey, you two guys duking it out on that Ramba. You better start bidding or get your bids in, because somebody's going to be sad when I call it. So bid early, bid often. But don't wait, or else you'll be hanged out to dry if that 15 seconds runs off the clock. Tri-Logo card back, Dustin Forrest at $15. Going once, going twice, going thrice. The Y-Wing pilot just got a bid, so we're going to go Mr. Hip for the Ugnaught at $7. Going once, going twice, going thrice. All right, and we're going to call the Expo Collectionistas poster for Nick Grooms at $6. Going once, going twice, going thrice. Sold. All right, and both these have new bids, but we're going to call them. The A-Wing pilot card back is going to get called right now for $22 for Dustin Forrest, unless somebody else bids on it immediately. Going once. Oh, there is a new bid. Then we're going to go over to the Ramba. AFA 70 Ramba, Tri-Logo Ramba going for Matthew Michael. $350 once, twice, 3 times. Sold. All right, Jason Davis and Dustin Forrest, you guys get at it on that A-Wing because I'm about to call it one way or another. Ramba is sold. Congratulations, Matthew Michael. All right, and now we're on the A-Wing card back. Right now, currently, Dustin Forrest is in the lead at $26. So I'm calling it. Going once, twice. I'm sorry, Matthew Michael. Or no, you already got it, dude. Matthew Michael, you already won it $350. Unless there was a $360 bid, was there? Matthew Michael, I think you already won it at $350, buddy. You don't need to be bid $370, even though I always take your $370. But Andrea, was there a $360 bid or no? I don't think there was a $360 bid. Save your $20, Matthew Michael. All right, Jason Davis just took over on the A-Wing card back. There you go. We even save you money here if there's no bid. Going once, going twice, going thrice. Go try to get the same deal off eBay. That's that A-Wing card back going right now. And it is sold. Thank you very much for hanging out. Thank you very much for being part of the Imperial Commissary. And remember what it is to be a great member of the IC. You got to do 3 simple things. You have to teach, you have to learn, and you have to grow the hobby. You have a wonderful week. Have a wonderful weekend. I will see you after we get back from Mexico, where I hope to have tons of Lily Letty for you. Until then, please go on over to icforlifecharity.org. It is our federally licensed nonprofit. Bid on a few items there. It is for a great cause, the In Memoriam auction for Robert Kilpatrick. He was a nice guy and a nice IC member. Go help his family out. Thank you very much for hanging out, and happy Taco Tuesday.